Welcome to Ridgewood Talks. Through this podcast, we will be introducing you to some of the leaders and legends in our village. We'll keep you updated about fascinating local events, and we'll dig into the town's hot topics and so much more. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Jeannie Johnson, the founder of Ridgewood Talks and Ridgewood Walks. The goal of these initiatives is to create a kinder, more connected, and more vibrant community. I'm thrilled to be co-hosting this podcast with my good friend and all-around wonderful guy, Jordan Kaufman. We look forward to meeting with you weekly and hearing your thoughts on who and what you'd like to learn about in our beautiful hometown. Enjoy this episode. Hey, listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to this special edition of Ridgewood Talks, where we are going to be talking to the marketing manager of the College Club of Northern New Jersey. Her name is Martha Fickenger, and Martha's going to tell us all about this fundraising event that the College Club is having on March the 11th. It's an author luncheon. The author is Joyce Carol Oats. She is an incredibly famous author, and I don't think any of you are going to want to miss this. But I also want to dive in and talk a little bit about what the College Club of Northern New Jersey does. It is an incredible organization. If any of you are listening that have ever heard of the book drive, it is conducted by the College Club of Northern New Jersey, and it is a huge thing for our community. It's been going on for years and years. So Martha's going to tell us a little bit about that. And again, more about what the College Club of Northern New Jersey does and how you can get involved. So welcome to the show, Martha. I really appreciate you being here.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Jeannie.
Tell us about the College Club of Northern New Jersey. How long have you been around? What is your mission? And how can people get involved?
Sure. Well, College Club has quite an extensive history. The club was formally organized in 1913 by a group of college graduates who wanted to further educational opportunities for women in Northern New Jersey. And it's a 501c3. So it is it's a nonprofit organization that does fundraising primarily for charitable and educational purposes, such as college scholarships for students from Ridgewood, Patterson, and other surrounding towns in Bergen and Passaic counties. And as you mentioned, Jeannie, we are well known for the book fair that happens at Somerville School in the fall. And the author luncheon is our other trademark event that we're well known for. And this year we are super excited to be partnering at Seasons on March 11th with Bookends, helping to bring us Joyce Carol Oats, who is a noted author who resides in New Jersey. She, among other things, has produced 58 novels. She's on tour to talk about her short story book that is in print, and that is included in the cost of admission. And the other thing I think we should talk about is all the great donations from the community that we've received for the silent auction, which is a significant portion of our fundraiser on the 11th.
Okay, for sure. You need to tell us all about this because I was looking at some of the offerings for the silent auction and they are incredible. I've heard about this vacation home in the Hamptons, and I am a huge fan of Drew Barrymore, and I bet a lot of our listeners are. So why don't you tell us a little bit about these offerings?
We'll have about 45 silent auction items, but we just released a sneak peek of some of the ones we are most excited about. They're all donations from members of the community. Some highlights are a private gourmet dinner for 10 in the Ulrich showroom prepared by Chef Dave of Ya Eat. 2 tickets to the Drew Barrymore show, which tapes in Manhattan Tuesday through Thursday. Estate planning with the Banks law firm, an amazing East Hampton luxury getaway, and a fabulous home for a long weekend, Thursday to Tuesday. Brand new home in the Clearwater Beach community, 2 minutes walk from a gated beach with 6 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, a gunite pool and heated spa, an indoor gym and kayaks, just to name a few of the amazing features there. And another item we have this year, Bloomingdale's has been especially generous. They have donated a beautiful dining table and chair set. It's a contemporary to transitional table with 4 side chairs, 2 armchairs. It is a floor model with very little wear that will be a perfect transformation for just about anybody's dining room.
Wow, those are some amazing donations. First of all, I don't know who procured them, but God bless, because those are not easy to come by. The other thing that I'm really excited about this author luncheon is that it's at Seasons. Anyone who has gone to any of these events knows that Seasons does it without a hitch. They are professionals at this. The food is always good. The acoustics are terrific. They have ample room for lots of people to be there. So I assume that you're expecting a big crowd. Tell us, first of all, how much are the tickets?
So the base ticket, including the appetizer reception, luncheon, and program, is $125. We also have what we call a gold ticket, which is for benefactors who are feeling a little bit more generous and would like to include an extra $25 donation. So that's $150. And yes, Jeannie, as you mentioned, this event has a following its Seasons because they do a great job. You know, what's stellar about them in this area is the generous sized ballroom that accommodates several hundred people comfortably. As you mentioned, they do a beautiful job at the appetizer, antipasto reception. And then there will be a seated, plated, hot luncheon in the ballroom during the program. Tickets are available at College Club of Northern NJ.com. You'll land on that homepage and you'll see a link to a Google form below the flyer. You just click on that and you can reserve your seats using the credit card of your choice through a PayPal link.
So it's easy to get tickets, no problem, listeners. Just click onto that link. And then while you're there, peruse the website, because first of all, it's a very well done website. So kudos to Kathleen Marshall for her work on that. And look around and see what College Club does. Again, I want to talk about this book fair because oftentimes I'm looking at social media and I see people saying, I've got all these books. Can I give them to the library? The answer is no. The library will not take your book donations, but College Club of New Jersey will. And so can you tell us, Martha, the time frame that these book donations are accepted and where they're accepted?
Sure. So we start, I believe it's the first week of April, and we will be posting on all our socials at that time. There will be a designated day. Somerville School and the Board of Ed are generous to gift us a space. And our book fair actually happens during the teacher convention period in November, so that the building is secure. There are no students in the building when we have outsiders coming to attend the book fair. The way the book collection process works is that we will designate a day of the week, generally commencing in April and ending around the time that school gets out. So late June. The community is superbly generous with donations. And so we do eventually have to bring it to a close so we can start sorting and organizing the books. But watch our socials on Instagram and Facebook, and we will be posting drop-off opportunities beginning in April.
It really is amazing how many books and other items you collect. I know it's books and I think CDs. Back in the day, it used to be VHS tapes and things like that. But I cannot believe how chock-a-block full that basement becomes, but just prior to the sale. And then at the sale, the people that work their tails off for this. I know Daisy Latham, the president of the Ridgewood Historical Society, is very instrumental in making sure that the book fair is a huge success. So I want to give a lot of kudos to her and the other committee members for the book fair. But also, I want to talk about the people who are spearheading this author luncheon, too.
So we have a wonderful fundraising committee, triumvirate, that includes Carly Tutta, Kristen Plumley, and Caroline Meyer. Our president, Eileen Feldsot, who I must mention, is in the process of picking up the reins for book fair as Daisy Latham and Tony Cohn move on to other endeavors. Eileen has been instrumental in organizing this event, and we have an amazing committee of new members who've become engaged and brought new donors this year of auction items. So it's been a lot of fun, and I think what's superbly exciting is that we do have a New Jersey author this year, not just a woman author, but a New Jersey author who's renowned and very prolific. And she's 85 years old, so we're not quite sure how many more times she will tour. But I mean, her body of works is just phenomenal. I can't imagine what a compelling speaker she's going to be.
She really is an incredible author. And like I said, one of the things that is the most intriguing to me about this woman is that she is the age that she is. I love that she is a home state girl. She's a New Jersey girl. She lives in Princeton, I believe, and she grew up in upstate New York. So she's really familiar with our area. Probably going to talk about how this area has inspired her writing. I also really admire her that she has received the Medal of Honor from President Obama, which I hope she'll talk about that anyway, because not too many people receive that distinction. And so I think it's going to be really fun to learn more about that. Just even, how that Medal of Honor award takes place. But also, I kind of want to just hear from her is, what is it like to be in the White House? What is it like to have that ribbon strapped around your neck? And, to be that honored and revered by the President of the United States, it's just got to be an incredible feeling. It's going to be really exciting to learn all the things that we can about her. Going back to the College Club of Northern New Jersey, I know that you, like you said, you mentioned the scholarships. That's a huge part of what you do. You raise all this money and you're able to give away scholarships to need-based students at Ridgewood High School as well as surrounding areas. And I want to understand a little bit more about that process. How are the scholarships awarded?
Well, there's an application process that operates through the guidance departments of all the local high schools. And the criteria are you need to be a resident of one of the towns where College Club has a member. And I want to say that is roughly 35 communities, with a special consideration, obviously, to Ridgewood, which is where our roots are, and to Patterson, where we really appeal to first generation students of promise who are navigating the admission process without any familial experience with that. And the process is, every high school has a slightly different process, but the process is every high school has a database or a binder of all the available scholarships. If you're a Ridgewood High School student, for example, you'd probably know that Jamboree is one of the largest reservoirs of scholarship reserves, and you should know that College Club is right up there, right behind, in terms of, granting the most money every year. So there's an application process, there's a brief interview, and then once your scholarship is confirmed, then it's renewable as long as you continue with your higher education, in good standing.
That's terrific, Martha. If people want to get involved and become a member, what is that process?
Well, please visit our website. There's a membership tab there, and it's College Club of northernNJ.com. We welcome new members at all times. The club year begins essentially in October and concludes actively in June. So we kind of go on hiatus for the summer, but if you join now, your membership will continue effectively for a year and a half. And we offer special discounts to educators. So if you're a teacher or a guidance counselor or someone who works locally in education, we'd love to talk to you about membership incentives at discount. So again, you can reach us through membership on all of our socials at College Club of northernNewJersey.com.
Well, that sounds great, but what about people like me who are college dropouts? Can I be part of it?
Well, you're not a college dropout, Jeannie. You're a student of a student of life experience, and we welcome folks who have a 4-year degree or equivalent, and I think you've amassed a lot more than the equivalent of a 4-year degree, and we would welcome you as a member.
Yeah, I have my master's in baloney. Okay. Anyway, so listen, Martha, thank you so much for coming on the show. And thank you so much for telling us about College Club of Northern New Jersey. It is a phenomenal organization. Even though I am not a member, I am a big fan, a really big fan of this organization. And I think a lot more people would be too if you just find out what they do. All of you who have donated books in the past know that you are donating them to a phenomenal organization and that the proceeds are benefiting young women all across the northern New Jersey area and helping them succeed in their college journey. I also really, really want to encourage you to go to this author's luncheon because, again, like Martha said, we do not know how long Joyce Carol Oates is going to be around. And she has a very interesting story to tell.
She has 58 novels in publication, as well as a number of plays, novellas, and now this volume of short stories that she's touring with.
What's the book that she's promoting right now, Martha?
It's called Zero Sum.
And it's a collection of short stories?
Correct.
All right. Well, great. So again, listeners, please get your tickets. Go to collegeclubofnorthernnewjersey.com, buy your ticket. And also while you're there, like I mentioned before, peruse the website. And also know, I forgot to mention this, College Club of Northern New Jersey is part of the Community Thrift Shop. And if you guys have not been to the Community Thrift Shop in Midland Park, get over there because it helps a lot of nonprofit organizations in this area. And so if you want to help College Club by cleaning out your closet, bring it to the thrift shop. Tell them that you want the proceeds from your donations to go to College Club of Northern New Jersey. They will greatly appreciate that.
They do ask that whatever you bring is current season, in good condition, and wearable. They don't have storage space for off-season merchandise, and they only accept merchandise that's resaleable. That also includes small appliances in good working order.
All right. Thank you, Martha, again. And listeners, thanks for tuning in to this special edition. I really appreciate it. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.